Hello friends, welcome to Tori Talks TV. This is our review of Game of Thrones, Season 4, Episode 6.
Yes.
And this Episode 6 is entitled The Laws of Gods and Men. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Stannis and Davos arrive at the Iron Bank of Bravos, and they're denied their request for financial support.
It's so funny because they've mentioned this Iron Bank many times.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of funny to see that, it's a real place. There are actually bankers there.
Right, isn't that crazy?
And they really don't care about all whatever's happening. They're just like, who's going to pay us?
Yeah.
And they don't really think that Stannis is going to be the one to win. So they're like,
they're not buying it.
We're not going to give you money.
Exactly.
But Davos kind of comes to his defense and gives a really good case as to why. So that was kind of a cool thing.
Yeah, that was cool, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. So then Yara finally arrives to save Theon, but finds Reek. Okay, so basically she's trying to save her brother Theon, and he's like, no, like
He won't go.
I'm gonna stay here. Like, I'm Reek now. And then she's like, what are you doing? Come with me. And he's like, no. And he's like yelling for help from Ramsay and his men. And so she's like, fine, then I'm leaving. Like, basically, like, her brother's dead.
She brought all these people, and they were, like, being killed, and he didn't even go. And she was like, we gotta go.
I don't know what to think of that. Like,
I know.
Is he really that brainwashed?
I know.
Is this, like, what's that called when, like, the kidnappers, like, you, like...
Stockholm Syndrome?
Stockholm Syndrome? I feel like it's some form of it
something,
at this
because
point.
he's already been, like, he thought Yara was the one who sent Ramsay in the last season, and then it wasn't. So now he, like, can't even imagine that it really could be. So,
There's just no way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Ramsay
It's horrible.
is like, hey, good job, Reek. I'm gonna reward you.
By giving him a bath.
Like a dog.
Yeah. He treats him like a dog.
Yeah. And then he, like, asks Reek if he loves him.
Yeah.
This is also weird.
It's very strange.
Yeah. What a
Ramsay's
weird
really into, like,
storyline.
the dogs and the hounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Dogs and hounds play a big role in his life.
Yep. That's Ramsay Bolton. Or whatever his name is.
No, for now.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So let's check in with Dany.
Dany.
Yeah.
So she's seeing her supplicants. This is my word of the day, people.
I like that word.
So the supplicants are the people that she is kind of ruling over, and she hears all of their cases. Like, what can I do for my people? They come to ask her something.
Yep.
So there's this really cool, I guess cool is a good word, scene.
Yeah.
Where one of her dragons, we will later learn is Drogon, is flying over these hills, kind of like The Sound of Music. Except there's, like, goats, and there's goats, and then he, like, breathes fire on the goats and, like, kills.
He, like, chars them. Yeah.
So then the shepherd. So that happened earlier in the episode. So now we see the shepherd, a supplicant, telling her, like, hey, look. This happened. Now, what are you going to do for me? Because now my livelihood has been destroyed. She's like, you know what? We'll pay you back 5-fold. He's like, okay.
Yeah, she's trying to do right.
Okay,
you know?
I can deal with that.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, no.
So then, a servant of Marine comes, and he's like, well, like, I think it's like his dad. Like, his dad's dad. And she's like, she can't pay that back. So then she's like, oh. Yeah. So now what she? So there's this, like, dilemma. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She's doing the best. She's
learning.
Can. Yeah. This is all very new to her.
Yeah. Just like and she's got like I think she was like, how many more do we have? How many more supplicants? 216 more.
Oh my gosh.
She's like, all right, give me some water.
Yeah. Here we go.
Yeah.
And then let's talk about Oberyn.
Oh, yes.
So Oberyn, one of the newer characters of this season.
We like him. He's charming.
He's pretty cool.
He's got charisma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like him.
He's against the Lannisters. We're usually like, yes. If
We're
you don't
okay
like Lannisters do bad things.
Most of the Lannisters, yes. Exactly.
We are on your side.
Yeah, exactly.
So he has, like, a little chat with Varys. And Oberyn, like, assumes that Varys must like boys. And Varys is like, yeah, I'm not even, like,
you know what, though? I made that mistake, too.
Everyone does.
I thought he was totally into the dudes.
So what Varys says, which is very, very Varys. It's a very Varys.
Very Varys.
Very Varys thing to say. He says, when I see what desire does to people, what it's done to this country, I'm very glad to have no part in it.
So is he like asexual?
He's like no desire. So he continues.
Yep.
Besides, the absence of desire leaves one free to pursue other things. And then he glances at the Iron Throne.
What's that about?
What's he trying to say there? Yeah.
That's pretty, like, bold.
But desire does kind of cloud your judgment.
No, that's a really good line. Yeah. No, I know. He's good, though.
He's good.
He's wise.
Yes.
Yeah. Good for you. Anyway,
yes.
So we have to talk about, like, the biggest part of this episode is Tyrion's trial.
Yes.
Okay, so this poor guy, he's up there shackled, and
you know what was the funniest part to me is as people took the stand to testify, every single word that came out of their mouths was the very same quotes that we loved.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, like Cersei saying that Tyrion said, like, you know, joy will turn to ashes in your mouth. I was like, oh, that was my favorite line. Oh, damn it. Yeah, that was really memorable here. He needs to stop being so quotable and memorable.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But it's really sad to see him up there like that, vulnerable, with nobody on his side.
I know.
So, you know.
So, and then towards the end of that, I love the scene where he just kind of takes over, because Shay comes out, and he's just like, what the heck is she doing? She was supposed to have already gone to Pentos.
No, I know. You're like, what are you doing here? Like, you're shocked to see her there.
He got confirmation that she was gone.
Right.
And then all of a sudden she's there. And then she's just saying these things that are just awful.
They're lies.
Lies.
She's saying all these terrible things against him that are not true at all. And just the look on his face of just like betrayal. Yes. Like, what are you doing? He's like, I loved you.
He was like, don't. Shay, don't.
Don't do
and
it.
She does.
No, she did it. She went there.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
And then finally he has this like amazing speech, this great scene where he's like, okay, look, I'm not gonna like be guilty, like pay for killing Joffrey when I didn't do that. So I demand a trial by combat.
Yep. Exactly.
These trial by combats, though, they're
pretty crazy.
They're crazy. They've shown up throughout this series, and I'm just like, what the heck is this?
I know, and then all I can think of is like, oh well, of course it's gonna be Bronn. Like he's gonna stand in his place, like to do the trial.
And he's like,
no. combat.
Yeah.
But who knows?
Yeah, we'll see.
Well, that was my hope. I should say, at the end of this episode, which. It is the end of the episode.
Yes.
So
and Jaime's like really mad that this happened because Jaime had worked out this whole
be cool.
like this whole plan, and like he was gonna have Tyrion sent to like the Wall to like
just be part of the Night's Watch or whatever, right?
Yeah.
He's like, just don't say anything. Like keep your cool, keep your composure, and like everything will be fine. And no.
Tyrion.
I think once he felt betrayed by Shay, he's like, no, I have to get. What do I have to lose at this point? So he just let it all out. So. What's gonna happen with Tyrion? I don't know. Stick around to find out in our next episode review. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you then. Bye, everybody.